Greetings, friends and Robloxians. Thanks for watching a Little Kingdom production. In this video, I want to share with you the secrets to flower breeding. Really, there are no secrets, but there is some really interesting misinformation and some confusion. Flowers are expensive these days. I've recently seen people spend millions, even billions, on rare breeds. So if you want to breed flowers, you could make a lot of money selling them. There's a lot of new flower farms emerging, and some of them I think could benefit from some fine point information. If you're new to the game, just know that flowers are so fun to grow and useful for crafting. I always recommend opening the flower quests, really all quests, but when you're breeding flowers, the quest rewards you flower tokens. Flower tokens are for Fulco in the hub, the NPC flower vendor. With the tokens, you can purchase these flowers and the pottery bench. You get your first fertile flowers by random spawn on your island. The slimes might drop them, Fulco when he visits your island, and from other players in the game. The best way to get them is by breeding. And that's what I'm going to show you, how to breed your own fertile flowers. There's a less than a 1% chance to get a fertile flower. After breeding millions of flowers, I've crunched the numbers. The numbers on average say there's just under a 1% chance to breed a fertile flower. Wikipedia says there's 6%, so maybe the devs increased it, which would be nice. But you should see a fertile flower every 60 to 100 that you breed on average. Now, here in my test build area, I'm setting up some flowers to breed, and I've got an example here of lilies and daisies. This is kind of what not to do. This red and yellow fertile daisy, they are not a breeding combination. Well, they'll breed mundanes. So if you want mundane flowers, go ahead and pair together breeds that don't produce a color. And you can find that color chart on the Roblox Islands wiki. I'll put a link to that in this video's description. The first most important things to know about breeding flowers is you need to water the fertile flowers. The fertile flower needs to be paired with another flower that is within 2-block radius. To breed a colored flower, that fertile flower needs to be paired with another flower that is compatible. That flower can be fertile or non-fertile, but it must be the same breed, and it must be a combination that is known to produce a color on that color chart. If you pair a fertile flower with a non-compatible flower of the same breed, like a red daisy and a yellow daisy, you'll get a mundane every time. So look at the flower combination chart on the Roblox Islands fandom wiki for that list, and pair your flowers accordingly. The problem with placing combined fertile flowers right next to each other is that you have a much greater chance of getting mundane flowers. A red lily combined or paired with another red lily will produce a black lily. It's important to remember the reach of each fertile flower is 2 blocks. The first lily that spawns its offspring will be a black lily. Now the second red lily can reach that black lily because in this spacing where the pair of fertile red lilies are butted right next to each other, the second red lily is within reach of that new offspring black lily and increases your chance of spawning the mundane flower. Lala Flower Girl explained this concept in one of her first flower breeding tutorials, and it's because of her that I now get it. If it sounds too complicated, just by faith, place your fertile pairs with one non-grass block between them or void between them, and you will get much fewer mundanes. Alright, while we weren't looking, these flowers did produce their offspring. Luckily, we didn't get any mundane lilies. We've got 2 black ones. This did produce mundane flowers because they're not a matched pair. You can only get mundane from red and yellow daisies. You need a red and white to get a cyan, but check that color chart on the Roblox Islands wiki. Okay, for example, the best way to set this up. You've got 2 sets of grass, 2 blocks wide. This is the first one. And then 1 space between them, another set of grass. The fertile flowers will go on the inside, and the breeding flowers, the offspring, will happen on the outside. I'm going to put down red lilies, leave 2 spaces between them, and I can repeat. 2 spaces between and repeat. And then we can do that with yellow daisies. So the red lilies are going to make black lilies. The yellow daisies are going to make white daisies. And here we have blue hyacinth. That is going to create cyan hyacinth. So this is the minimum amount of spacing you need in order to produce 0 mundanes. I'm going to go ahead and water these, and then I'll hit this flag over here to start up a timer, and we'll see that they breed within 10 minutes. Okay, that timer is going, and these flowers, none of them need bees. Doesn't matter if it's day or night for these, they're going to breed within 10 minutes. So I'm going to set up a couple of other examples while this timer is going on, and we'll come back and discuss those after we see all of these flowers come in, and we'll see if we get any fertile ones. Alright, it's about 9 minutes. These flowers are going to start producing their offspring in just a moment. Over here I've got an example of how to pair a fertile flower with a non-fertile flower. So I've got a blue lavender, and I just started farming lavenders. I haven't got a whole lot yet. I don't have any fertile yellow lavenders, but I can pair this fertile blue lavender with a non-fertile yellow lavender and it'll produce. And I don't need to worry about spacing for the one. However, if you're doing a multiple setup like I am over here, and I've got a bunch of fertile blue lavenders, I don't have any fertile yellows, so you can set it up with that spacing so these purple flowers can't reach each other. They can only reach the yellow. Now it looks like our flowers are coming in over here. The offspring are just now producing, and it is just about 10 minutes. So every 10 minutes you can complete a cycle of flower breeding. And, oh, did I might have missed watering. No, it's watered. We just got a late bloomer here, literally. Okay, so that red should produce, but we don't have any mundanes. We didn't get any fertiles this round, but if I had a set of 60 to 100 breeding flowers, they have at least one fertile in the offspring. So you just need to keep doing this over and over and over, and those fertile flowers will eventually come. Okay, there it is. It finally came in. I think I missed watering that on that first round. Oh, and while we were waiting, the other lavenders completed their breeding. So we've got 4 red lavenders came in off of these 4 fertile blue lavenders. The non-fertile flower does not produce anything. In just a moment we should get a red lavender over here as well. So water this 20, 30, 40 times. Within about 2.5 hours of constant gardening, I would say off of 4 flowers, you should get at least 1 fertile. So I do have some more fertile lavenders. They're just up on my main flower farming garden. And let's go ahead and take a look at that. Okay, there it is. Didn't get any fertiles in this test round, but let's go up top and look at my main flower farm, which is that monstrosity up there. Okay, here we are at my main flower farm. This thing reaches from one end of the build limits to the other, just about. I have a few blocks just to give me space to, if I ran off the end, I don't fall into the side void, which sometimes causes glitch problems. I do get some mundanes, not many. The biggest problem I have is with grass, tall grass, and rocks spawning in, and that sometimes messes it up. So I use Tiny Task Auto Clicker to do this automatically. I just set it up and can walk away, and my game plays itself and farms me tons and tons of flowers. So if you're on a PC, you can do that too. For some reason this whole side came in mundane. I'm guessing that it was a night breeding session. All these flowers that are up front require bees. So I approximated the distance that the bees can reach, and I think they come right up to about here. So it's probably like a 14 block spread. It might be the number of flowers that they can get to in time. I don't know what the proximity is for bees exactly. If you know, please leave us a comment. But yeah, this works really great. It takes 10 minutes for a flower from the time you water it to breed. So vending machine actually looking into it like that and then exiting out makes you perfectly straight so that you're not going to be running to the left or the right. So yeah, once I'm perfectly straight, then I can just run down each row, set my cursor up so that it's aligned over the flowers and it just waters them with the auto clicker. And after they're all watered, I reset, I come through, I even collect honey. So I collect my honey. And then I get out my leaf clipper, which I don't have on me right now, but I do have my axe. So second round is leaf clipping, third round is chopping. So I just run through here, chop all my trees, and I get a little bamboo too. I find that useful. After all those rounds are complete, I'm ready to come through and start picking. So I just line my mouse up so that it's pointing at the very edge of the grass, maybe a little bit over. And I can just start going through and spamming the F key, which picks up the flowers. Just run through here and get all the offspring flowers. And some of them will be fertile. I got a fertile light green tulip. I got one fertile flower on that side, and this is about 400 blocks long. So in 400 blocks, I got one fertile flower. Sometimes the lag doesn't allow that tally to catch up right away. So I might get one or two. Oh, there's a fertile purple rose. A fertile orange daffodil. So one side gave me one fertile flower and the other side gave me two in that round. You keep doing that each round. Every 10 minutes I'm getting 2 or 3 fertile flowers, and that's just a 1 round average. Sometimes it might be more, sometimes it might be less, but I do get quite a few. This is only a portion of my fertile flowers. I've got bunches more sitting in safes next to my vending area. Show them to potential buyers or friends I want to just give them to. Please leave comments, let me know what you think, share the tips. Thank you so much for watching. I won't have much time to make videos here in a couple of weeks. I'm starting school up again. Appreciate all those who keep watching and keep leaving comments and asking for more content. I'll get it to you as soon as I can, as soon as I have free time. Yeah, I'm still loving this game. Even though it's no longer receiving updates, it still seems to be getting quite a few new players, which is awesome. I've been exploring and seeing a lot of cool builds. I see a lot of just shops, a lot of places that are just vending. They just make a shop. And, you know, that's cool. I'm not really much of a shopper. I prefer to explore and see cool builds. So if you come to my island, I've got a small shop, mostly selling flower and decorative stuff, garden kind of stuff. But I've got lots of things to see and games to play. So definitely when you see me online, come chat with me and we can play some games together. I do like to give prizes for people who do little mini quests that I've set up, obbies and scavenger hunts. Just all kinds of fun stuff going on here. So please leave this video a like. Thank you so much for watching. And remember, have fun and keep it imaginary.